I'm playing my music, so I can't really even hear myself talking right now. But I'm here. I'm getting back in a groove of things. Can you hear me talking right now? Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, all right, cool. So, it's getting pretty real. All right, so one of my street names used to be Old Man. Something people used to call me was Old Man. I went to dinner tonight, all right? I'm sitting outside. And I kid you not, this guy pulls up, and I can't remember what the car was, but he had a sunroof, right? He had like a moonroof or whatever. And he's pressing on his brake at the stoplight. And what do you call it? And he comes up out of his moonroof, and he's yelling to me. He goes, "Old man, hey, old man!" I didn't know him, but I guess somebody told him about me. And hey, old man, hey, what's up? I waved to him, and it was just the coolest thing. But anyway, things are getting real out here. Like it's finally sinking in, and I needed to come on with you guys. I can't just keep sitting back. It's like I'm not doing anything wrong, but it's like I also don't want to cause any problems. So it's like even with the helicopters overhead and the cops all over the place, I'm cool with them, but it doesn't change the fact that they're not always cool with like the YouTubers and the people that be doing this, right? But it's like I'm risking it for the biscuit. Like I'm either here with you or I'm not. And I'm scared shitless. I'm not going to lie to you. And sometimes I mean literally scared shitless. But I'm either going to do it or I'm not. So I'm here. Stop sitting back. That's right. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said to me, he's like, why don't you just rest for the night and you could do it tomorrow? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it's always tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. And I used to. You guys remember, I would always go and do whatever I had to do. And now it's like I know better, right? I know what I have to do. And, my friends are supportive. The people that care about me, they're supportive. They just want to make sure I get proper rest and be eating and stuff because they know how I like to, really push. But I like to push myself, But that's what I gotta do, There's no other way. There's just not. And I know the difference between being in a manic state and just being motivated. And this is where I was settled in for the night. And I'm tired. But that's it. I have to push myself to do it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get back in the groove unless I do it. So here I am with you. Love your accent. Where am I? I am in Hollywood, California. Thank you. Tomorrow is today. You bet. If I didn't do it yesterday, I'm already late, So I'm here today. So I'm motivated. Do me a favor. Share out the broadcast. If you're on TikTok, please get me over on TikTok because they keep pushing me and messaging me. Please go live. Please go live. I guess a lot of people don't know. I can't live stream until I have 1,000 people over on TikTok. And people, my people are still finding me. You guys are still finding me from having been taking a rest for a while, right? But I'm back. And when I say I'm back, I mean like God willing and with the blessings, of the public, I should be able to be back for good. Hopefully. So I'm counting on you guys to get us there. If you want me live on TikTok, we got to get to 1,000. Because I literally can't unless I'm there. But I can live stream with you here until then. But I'll go down to the walk here and we'll do a round and we'll see how it goes. But I am really asking you guys for the support, and I admit it. I need your help. I can't do it without you. And some people really think they can do it without you. I know I can't. I know I can't. You know, it's one thing to be all good and proper and having people, you know, like get people for you to come and be in the audience, or getting people for you to whatever, you know. But for me, I can't be right with myself unless I'm doing it the way that I know how to do it. So here I am with you. I can help you. What do you need? I need you to share the broadcast. That's what I really need, because, you know, I was talking with a couple of constituents of mine, and the idea was, well, let me just sit back for a while and, you know, get certain ducks in a row, and then we'll get there, and then we'll get there. And, you know, essentially what I was told is like, well, you don't have to go back into live streaming. You don't have to go back into doing all the social media. We'll just get you all set up. You have plenty of history with that you've proven your ability. We'll just get you based, and then we'll go from there. And I like that idea, but the fact of the matter is, if I don't do this here and do this now, then how can I live with myself? I can't live with myself knowing that I cut a corner. I can't. It's about my own personal conscience. And if I don't rebuild this properly, the way that I know how and the way that I should, then I'm not going to be comfortable with the success that I get, because I'm going to know it isn't totally mine, you know. But if I earn it the way that I know I should, then I'm going to feel better about it. I'm going to be satisfied with it. I'm going to be okay with myself. Hold on a sec. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and I was just watching what do you call it? I was watching a TikTok, and the woman was one of the women from Big Bang Theory, and she was talking about like physical and mental health, and how, you know, you could have physiological issues just over stress and anxiety and whatnot. And, you know, I realized that as I'm doing pretty good. I don't really have any of those types of problems. I really am just that stressed, and I'm that scared, you know. But when it comes down to it, when you got to push yourself, you got to push yourself. And if I don't push myself, I'm not going to make it. So, I mean, will I make it like living, being alive? Yes, but I'm not going to feel alive. And I want to, you know, be in the moment. I want to continue to be in the moment. Governor Colley is an idiot. Test your sign on. Thank you. Thank you. And if it means I have to humble, since it does mean that I have to humble myself to the point of doing all this all over again, then so be it. That's it, you know? There's nothing else to it. So that's it. We're rebuilding from the ground up. My name is James. Now here in Hollywood, they know me as Step. But my name is James. And I am just as unique as everybody else that makes their way here in Hollywood. You know, I found where I fit in. I know I keep saying that, but humble and modest, you gotta be. Yeah, so I am originally from Pennsylvania. I moved to LA about a year and a half ago. I've been kind of finding my way and getting myself situated since I got here. You know, you guys know, some of you know, a couple of years ago I took a pretty hard hit and, you know, put me down for a minute. And I had never taken a hit like that my entire life. So it was one heck of a rude awakening. And I learned a lot. Learned how to keep my head down. And I learned how to stay humble. And now I'm to the point where I have to take all that I learned over the past couple of years and I have to put it to use. You know? Strong. Well, thank you. I guess they're either doing something tonight or they're shutting down for the night. I don't know which, but oh, I can't. Thank you. I can't. Hi, how are you? Oh, 1 second. There's like something. Oh, geez, the whole sidewalk is closed. I don't know what I just walked into, but we're gonna go around, hopefully. You'd think that living here I would know what's going on, but honestly, there's something going on different, new every day. You never know. So today I don't know. Do I walk around other places? I don't really travel a whole lot anymore. I mean, I will for like work and stuff, but like I used to travel vlog and whatnot back in the, the simpler days. But now it's life's more complex, so I'm pretty much grounded here in Hollywood until I have myself properly situated, and then the powers that be will have me that I'm going around wherever else. But for now, I'm pretty much just here, and that's fine. I like it here, so I have to get my headphones right. 1 second. That'll work. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Hey, it's all good. It don't matter to me either way. I'm doing my own thing out here. If you guys were out here with me, you'd see it's like I'm living a whole different life. I'm not. There are so few elements from my past that are here with me, and the elements of my past that have come to me with Hollywood to Hollywood are the ones that I've wanted to come with me. So I don't talk about the past for the most part. I really don't. Like I said, I don't think you guys realize, for some of you who are just tuning in and you're finding me from like alternate content, it's like, years behind me, literally years behind me. So I'm not really like in tune with any of what else might be going on. Like some people get lost in the past and that's where they live for the rest of their lives. And, I think there's just been some experiences that have been like, I'll put it to you this way. It's like, as you grow and move on in your own life, you're going to have experiences with people that are very profound in that moment. And then you have a choice during that time to either move on from that moment and grow further, or to let that be where you decide to live, right? Not necessarily a plateau, but like where you decide your life to be. And my life has had some profound moments, and I've had some profound experiences with people. And many of those people had those experiences as being very profound to them personally. And then they decided to continue living in those moments instead of moving on, either on their own or with me. So for me personally, my life has grown exponentially since any of the events that most people who are coming from the fan accounts or who are coming from, past content are even aware of or in tune with. So, this is where I'm at now. I just, I haven't had the opportunity to catch you guys up with a whole lot of where I've been and what I've done. And I really won't get to, might not be too long, but, It's just I don't share a whole lot of my personal life near as much as I used to.
That sounds quick. I just fucking popped his ass already. Need more point. Said I never get something.
Cool, thank you. To the Comedy Store yet? It's up the street. No, I don't. Where's the Comedy Store at? I don't know about that. Hello. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, so there's like, I don't know what they're, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but here, 1 second. I'll show you. They've got like a whole bunch of vehicles lined up here. I guess there's some type of event going on or something to that effect. Whatever they're doing, it's not totally set up yet. But yeah, like living here, it's very interesting because just the other day I was walking through here. I didn't know what they were doing, and I walked up the street just in time to see Brad Pitt. I was like 6 feet from Brad Pitt, like literally right where I'm standing. I was just moseying down the street. Oh, there's Brad Pitt and what's his name? Not Orlando Bloom. What's his name? George Clooney. They're just on the street here, and so now they got something else big going on, I guess, and see more famous people, which is really neat. I mean, I figure famous people for how they have it all set up. But here, look. Yeah, they're doing something at the theater. I just don't know what they're doing. But we'll do a couple of laps and then, what do you call it? I'm sure by the time we're done, they'll be doing whatever they're setting up, and then I'll see if I can get it on camera. I just don't know for sure yet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Show you George Clooney. No, he's not here today. He was here with Brad Pitt the other day. They were doing a premiere for an Apple TV Plus show, or a movie. It was called Wolves. But now today, like I said, they're not all set up yet, so I don't know what it is. But we'll find out. But what I am going to do, I'm going to shut my music off. 1 second, because it's killing the battery. The Joker premiere, Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, I don't know, honestly, but I don't think that comes out till like the 4th or 5th of October. So there's a couple more days till it comes out, but maybe you're doing that. I don't know. Yeah, so like I said, I don't do enough with you guys, and that's on me. And I'm sorry for resting on my laurels. You know, I spent so many years making so much content, and then I just, for how much I put out, it's like, you know, there's still a lot of people that are still finding a lot of the content I put out and are still, you know, like there's people that are brand new to me that are watching content I made like 3 and 4 and 5 years ago. And so I don't really, I guess I got kind of lazy where I was like, well, I don't need to keep making stuff because, well, you know, people are watching, the numbers are growing anyway, you know, and I got to a point of personal security and like, you know, not being insecure about my situation that I was like, well, I don't really care if I have a whole lot of social media followers or not, because at this point, people know my name and you know, I've gotten it out there and I'm good. So I don't have to, you know, create any content. And I feel like that's where I'm going wrong, you know, like regardless of whether or not I make content, it's still going to take me a couple of years, more than likely, to get myself situated and, build like a repertoire and, get acting gigs and stuff like that and actually have like, I don't know if you call it a resume or like a portfolio or what you call it, but to have all that together, which I've been finding like gigs on Craigslist. I've been finding gigs on Facebook. And so I'm actually starting to find like acting and modeling positions, which is pretty cool. I haven't gotten anything yet, but I literally just started a couple of days ago. So usually I would assume it takes some time, but since regardless it's going to take some time and I have free time in between, I might as well make some content and reconnect with you guys. Premiere was tonight. I don't know if it's over or what. Maybe it's over already. I don't know. Doing great. Thank you. Yeah, it's that's the truth. Is we all make mistakes. We all make rough choices, and some people have their mistakes blasted out in the public. Some people don't. But I'm doing good, and I'm surrounded by a lot of people who could relate. And plenty of people who have their own scandals. It's like there's a lot of people in the middle of nowhere where, like, I come from the middle of nowhere, right? So a good amount of the audience has been from the middle of nowhere, and a lot of y'all are not used to a whole bunch of, you're not used to scandals. You're not used to that kind of thing. And so it was like such a big deal. But around here, it's like pretty much everybody who's anybody who's doing something in media has that type of thing, and it's like so minuscule. So it's like out here, pretty much everybody's going through that or has gone through that. So it's like it went from being the biggest thing in the world to like people are like, "You're good. Why are you even thinking of like that's forever ago? You're doing what you're doing now, and you're fine." I'm like, yeah, that's a good point, And so I was able to shift my mindset pretty quick. Thank you. What kind of modeling am I looking for? I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, right now I'm just kind of tapping into any resources that I can find. I don't really know I don't know. I guess whatever I can get at this point, kind of just to get started. The main thing right now is just me loosening up and breaking myself into the industry and feeling comfortable with myself more so than anything else. And starting to find gigs and stuff was kind of where it started for me on a personal level to go from, not really doing anything and just being like, oh yeah, I'm out here, to like, okay, now this is real. I'm officially starting to pursue jobs. I'm officially starting to pursue contracts, and it's becoming real. Surviving. No, I'm beyond surviving. I'm thriving. I took someone out for beers tonight, and I just spent like $70. So I am no longer struggling, thankfully. And pretty much all the people that I've met from the street know that I'm no longer struggling because, well, I didn't even. Let's just say I didn't get 2 steps out the door before I had somebody ask me for a cigarette. I didn't even have them out of my pocket yet. So, I'm doing better now, and right now the money comes here and there, but I'm working on getting something that's steady. I make sure not to run out of money. That's the main thing. What kind of actor do I want to be? I don't really know yet. Like I said, I mean, for now, it's kind of feeling things out and seeing where I fit in and what roles I do fit or what chances I get. It's not so easy where you could just be like, well, this is what I'm good at, and this is the role I should play, and then somebody just gives it to you. It's like you got to find roles, and then you got to try things out, and then you got to figure out where you fit. And then even when you do, you still have to figure out what you're going to do next. And, are you going to be able to do the same thing again? Do you have to try something new? Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just to the point where I'm now officially pushing myself at least to try a little harder, Have I auditioned anywhere yet? No, not yet. That's the point I'm getting to. Right now I have a text message I have to answer about an upcoming job. It's something I was offered, but I didn't get to answer them just yet. So, for commercials, being in the background, I believe that. I believe it. Sorry. Super rude. No, that's all right. That's the nice part about knowing locals. All the snobs have to pay taxes. I'm sorry, I know what a loser that made me sound like, but I don't give a fuck. Somebody was just like, there's a couple that just walked by and they thought they were like high and mighty and literally just cut me off as I was walking. But that's all right. If they don't know it's me, they're going to find out soon. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's what I do. Do I think I could be a comedian? I'll put it to you this way. I have a disastrously dry sense of humor that is very effective on accident 90% of the time, to the point where like random people laugh. And it's kind of fun. So like I'm not an intentional comedian, but I'm pretty good at making people laugh like all the time. And mostly when I'm not even trying. Pay taxes. Never mind. We're not going to go there. So, I'm just going to wait here. I'm going to be that guy. I'm just going to wait here. Yeah, no. It's a mean world. It's not, though. Listen, mean people gravitate to mean people. When you're kind, you gravitate to kind people. That's pretty much how it works. And I know people are like, oh, the world fell apart, life got rough. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, about the only thing that I did was get over it and keep moving forward, because it's really rough. But, at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. You just, like I said, you just keep doing what you got to do and be kind enough to wait for traffic instead of being a dick. It works for me. Are they going to, let me ask you, are they going to remember the guy? Are they going to remember the group of people that walked by instead of let the van go through? Or are they going to remember the guy that waited for the traffic to pass by? Because every person in that van, whoever the heck was in it. Oh, 1 second. It's like famous people or something. Excuse me. They were looking. Yeah, he's like famous people, I think. I'm just trying to get out of the way. 1 second. Good attitude. Thank you. Just want to say hi. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, whatever is going on, I guess it's like almost done. There's a lot of people over there, though. Hey, look, I'll show you. Yeah, so I don't know what it was, but there's like a lot of people over here that are still waiting for somebody or something. I don't know what it's for. I would wait with you guys, but I honestly don't have the patience. I don't know who it is, but I'll meet them at some point in my life. Doesn't have to be right now. It says Joker. Yeah, it does say that up on the thing. I mean, maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, no, if you guys. I actually have an idea that might work. Well, we could try this once and I'll see if it. You know what, though? You can't see all the way down there. Never mind. I was thinking about going to Ovation and going up to the top floor and looking over, but you can't see all the way. Hanging in there. Where are you? I'm on the Walk of Fame over by the Chinese Theater. That's some, like I said, there was some type of event that happened, but I don't know what it was. I was busy today. But I mean, if it was the Joker, that's pretty cool. Gromans. I don't know what Gromans is. You take a shot. Yeah, I try to take the whole premise of like to be popular and be cool, you have to like know everything all the time. That's not me. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna fake it. Like, I get it. We all gotta be cool. Well, I'm my own type of cool, and you either like it or you don't, and that's that. I don't try to, I don't try too hard. Joker 2 premiere. Cool. Very cool. Ugh. Chinese families. The sensory inhibitor. Sorry, no, as I said, yeah, it's not that bad. How are you? I'm pretty good. All the famous stars went there. Oh, neat. Chinese Theater. I miss Gaga. Oh. Being Joker, I just don't seriously. Well, I'll tell you what. I feel like she is pretty good for the part. It's a personal opinion. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, one thing I will never get used to is the Walk of Fame at night. The Walk of Fame at night is weird. It's home, okay? So like, I don't want to rag on it too bad, but at night it gets weird. It just does. It gets awkward. It gets weird. People get uncomfortable. Never really know what to do. It is so tough now having money not to buy things, but I hold myself back. I have a nicotine addiction, so I do buy cigarettes, and soon I will be paying rent. In a couple of months to a year, I'll be paying rent. So I gotta worry about that. But beyond that, I don't really have anything else that I have to worry about financially, which is really nice. Yes, I know. 1 second. Pretty good. How's it going, guy? Pretty good. How are you? No, I haven't heard the sad news. What happened? Keep being positive. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, I felt like $1 million tonight. I earned like $120 yesterday, right? And I got to a buddy of mine who's been very supportive of me. I got to take him out for beers, which was nice. I got to take him out for beers and a plate of nachos, which wasn't much, but you know, I actually, you know, for the first time, I spent Hollywood money. And I tell you what, now I understand when people talk about how expensive it is out here. I spent $70 on beers and a plate of nachos. And I know that's not like a lot of money to a lot of people. It sure felt like a lot. And it was worth it, you know, and that's the difference in the experience was I thought that I was going to be like at first it hit home and I felt sick to my stomach because I was like, I couldn't believe I spent that kind of money. And then I realized what a good time we had and how worth it was, you know, and I left a good impression doing that too. So, you know, it just comes with the territory, I guess. I'm getting used to being the one doing it. Well, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've found it. Excuse me. I've found that a lot of people from my past, having to do with, you know, my career or whatnot, people that I've met, people that I've had the opportunity to brush shoulders with. It's really sad to see when people, you know, and negativity is a killer. I don't care what anybody says, but a negative attitude, it's enough to get you sick. It really is, you know, and there's been a couple of people that, like I said, that I've had the opportunity of meeting with and hanging out with that unfortunately then turned rotten. And that rottenness just ate at them, and then they ended up with some sort of an issue and got in an accident or ended up getting sick, you know? But it's a shame. It really is. Survivor. Well, thank you for the compliment. That I will own. I am a survivor. I will admit that. Her obituary. Ooh, geez, that's sad.
Seems like you're taking it in place.
Made that paper. What are you doing for work? I can't talk about the work that I do. I'm under an NDA, but I'm officially making money. It's chump change compared to the amount of money people are making out here. But, I mean, it's money, you know? It's enough to pay the phone bill. It's enough to, you know, go out to eat here and there. So. Really crazy expensive. I'll tell you what, though. It does, I have to say, Hollywood does reach for your pockets. It is very expensive out here. But for the people who are dedicated and actually interested in growing in the area, it's worth it because the money you spend compared to the people you get to network with and the impression you get to leave by actually dishing the cash when you have to makes all the difference. Because when you're the person that's willing to pay the bill, instead of the person complaining about the bill, you leave an impact on people. Positive vibes all day at the beach. Cool. Chin up. Thank you. Those that have others too. Yeah, it happens. For real. Like I really do. I really could look back and name like 12 to 15 people that are now passed away who, you know, went from being kind and supportive that had turned on me for whatever reason. And just that anger and that malice and that negativity, it affects you physiologically. You know, it really does change not only your mindset, but your health, affects your health. And sometimes to the level, you know, to the degree that you don't end up making it. And in my opinion, it takes a lot of negativity to have it get to the point where it costs you your health. But man, some people out there, they know how to do it. They end up getting there. So I didn't get that person. I'll tell you the truth. I didn't get that person investigated intentionally. I didn't go out of my way to do that. That was just something where someone had been, that when you cause somebody an issue long enough and hard enough and all that, and you're in the right place at the right time, then the right people see it and they look out for you. So for me, it wasn't, I didn't proactively go out of my way or attempt to cause someone any litigation. It was more so that I've been minding my business for so long, and certain individuals have been going out of their way to cause me undesirable attention and making up stories and whatnot to the point of crime, that it's crime, that they got themselves in trouble. So I don't take a hand in that. My hand in that was doing exactly what law enforcement told me to do, keep minding my own business. And so I did, and it kept me out of trouble. I don't know what a set fluffer is, to tell you the truth. Sorry, one second. Okay. Where are we at? Life's very short, yeah. It's all about the grind, yeah. I'll tell you what, I look up and I realize how fast 3 years has gone by, how quickly. And I can't believe it, how much my life has changed just in the past couple of years. How much I've grown and changed just in the past couple of years. Yeah, no, that's the other thing, is that those rumors, listen, those rumors got put to rest when I got investigated by the people on the street who were like, okay, we want to know, is this kid opening his mouth about us or isn't he? And out here, people are very good at knowing who's talking and who isn't. So after people found out that I'm not talking and that I don't, have much to say about people, I don't share people's personal lives and stuff like that. That stuff got put to rest pretty quickly.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Thanks for the follows. Sure, as me is evident. Cool. That's fine. I mean, I didn't condone that, but I don't really care. It is what it is. I'm not going to stop them. I mean, if it's helpful and it's getting people off the street that are causing people to commit suicide, then please continue. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. Not only are you getting my name out there, but you're using it for good. It's fine with me. No, I'm not a cop. Who told you that? No, I didn't. Listen. If all right, Colleen, I'm making you a moderator, okay? If you don't mind. Yeah, I don't know if you do me the favor, but whenever that negativity comes in there, if you could just get rid of it, I'd appreciate you. No, I'm not an undercover. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not law enforcement. Listen, See, what people don't understand about a certain amount of social attention is like you can't be you really can't be big in media and be in law enforcement because I mean you kind of have eyes on you all the time. Everybody knows your personal business all the time. They know where you're at all the time. So there's not really a way to like maintain a career in law enforcement in any way and be known socially. Thanks for the follows. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know. I probably had a reason for it. I don't remember why. But I'm sure I had a reason. I'll tell you what, I'm about to be sweaty. So I gotta put this phone down somewhere and I gotta take my hoodie off. You guys gotta give me a couple of minutes. Or seconds or something. What is it with the anger? I don't know. I said I try not to be an angry person. You know, I really try. Because it's not worth it, you know, being upset like that. It's almost never worth it. I don't make time for it in my personal life, I tell you that. All right. So back to the good stuff. Like I told you guys when I started the broadcast is there's a lot of people who are like telling me that I've made it too far to be live streaming and made it too far to be making social media content, that it's below me. But the fact of the matter is I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. I never would have even been a possibility. And that's for many reasons. Yeah, I don't know. So, like, for example, I have people that are in the industry who have, like, you know, who actually have names to themselves and they're all intertwined and all that good stuff, right? Not like me. I'm out here on the outskirts and blah, blah, blah. I get it. I'm not in yet or whatever. But I'll tell you what, when they're trying to tell me, like, when somebody tries to, here 1 second. Fine. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, the beard's going. I'm just not there yet. I haven't shaved it yet. I literally haven't had time. But when people are trying to tell me that the time I spend with you guys is impeding on their reputation because of their lack of time spent with their fans, that's not my problem. I'm not, you know, I have an obligation to you guys, in my opinion, and I'm setting a standard. And yes, there are people in the industry that don't like that. There's people who, you know, really have like big names for themselves that are like giving me grief and picking on me, making fun of me in this content that they're making, in the music videos they're making, like putting little innuendos, making fun of me. And I mean, I get it. You know, like pulling from my time on the street is what they're doing. That's how they're doing it. And it's fine. I don't mind. But like, I'm not trying to one up anybody. I'm doing what I know to do best. And if you see what I'm doing is working for me and you're, for lack of a better term, jealous of it, do it. What's stopping you from hopping on live stream and just talking to the audience? What's stopping you from talking to your fans? Nothing. You know, find yourself, like, I'm gonna talk on something that I know very little about, but I know just enough to have an opinion on it. If you got people telling you what you can and can't say, Well, why don't you pay that person, since most of them are millionaires anyway, pay those people to be right there with you when you live stream. Have them build I guess just figure it out. There's nothing else to it. You got to figure it out. So when I got people who are making millions of dollars and they're jealous of me and I'm over here doing things the way I'm doing it, why don't you emulate that behavior in those processes instead of trying to tell me that I need to stop doing what I'm doing? What I'm doing works and it sets the standard, and you should, emulate the behavior instead of be telling me not to do it. So, we don't do that. Now we do. I do. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it, but I'm doing it. I'm doing what I should be doing, and I'm doing what I know the industry is going to be doing. And just because it's not popular yet doesn't mean that I'm just going to give way to people's opinions. If it takes me a little more time to get where I need to get to, that's fine. At least I'm staying true to my craft. That's what it's all about for me. Is I'm not going to bend to somebody's whim who isn't paying my paycheck. If you're not paying my bills, and you're not, if you didn't invite me to your party, don't tell me how to live. If we're not friends, or at least acquaintances, why are you throwing your opinion at me? Like, if you really feel that strongly about what I have to say or what I'm doing, then don't be so cowardice. Reach out to me personally. Don't throw the innuendos out there. Don't let me know how much cooler you are than me, that you can't just say it to me personally. Say it to me personally. If you got a problem with me, send me a DM. I ain't putting it on my story. If I get some of the people that have something to say, or that have that kind of opinion, if you don't like what I'm doing, or you have some sort of guidance that you think you can offer, throw it in my inbox. I'm not going to fanboy over it. I'm going to take it in and mull over it and figure out what to do next. But instead of just sitting back and being like, well, I don't want to hurt his feelings, it's fine. Like, people get so worried about a lawsuit, or they get worried about the next scandal. Like, no offense, but look at me. If I can make it through all that I've made it through in reference to those types of situations, and you have a good reputation already, I don't think you have much to worry about. Just my viewpoint. Okay. Thanks. Have your stream more now since I don't see you. Thought you gave it up. Yeah, no. I didn't give it up. I didn't. I took some time to myself and now I'm back. Sometimes life gets hectic. It does. Oh man, does it. Ain't that the truth? Day ones are waiting to come back in a year. Well, I don't think we're going to be having anything like that. Like I said, the past is the past. That's put to rest. That ain't... most of the past is not coming with me into the mainstream. I know that. So, like I said, it's going to be a slow burn, a slow build, and that's it. Thanks for the follows. And thanks for the shares. I appreciate you sharing, because that's a pretty big deal. If you guys could share it out. I know for a minute there I was a little too proud of myself to ask, but realistically, guys, if I am going to do this myself, I need your help. I do. If you guys aren't sharing it out, it's going to take that much longer. If you guys want to see, if you actually want to see me succeed, if you actually want to see me get into the position that I'm moving into more quickly and more appropriately, then sharing is going to make a big difference on that. And, just having something good to say, it makes all the difference. And the support. Thank you for being supportive. They say we have freedom of speech. We do. I know some people think we don't have freedom of speech, but most of those people aren't really trying to use their freedom of speech. Like, there's a difference between exemplifying your freedom of speech and abusing the freedom of speech and using it like aggressively. You know, so like me personally, as you guys know, I'm pretty vocal, and I like to use my freedom of speech. What I'm not using it for is to attack anybody, you know? So I guess that's where I leave that. Social media, so afraid to speak. Yeah, don't be afraid to speak your mind, honestly. Like, don't. I mean, okay. Speaking your mind and utilizing the freedom as a way to attack the government in a fashion where you are attempting to call your government the complaint department, I mean, that's not very effective, and it's usually a problem. So, like, don't do that. You know, if you don't want someone to tell you not to say something, be careful with your words. I guess that's where I put it. You know. I mean, she's fine with me. I tell you what. She's just, as long as she's just blocking what she's supposed to block, it's fine for now. I can't promise that she'll be a mod forever. I can just say that I'm thankful to have somebody modding right now. When it comes to the live stream, and I'm taking it minute by minute. Seems quite lovely. Thank you. Yeah, I'll tell you what. At night, Hollywood gets weird. The Walk of Fame gets weird. But after about like 8, 9 o'clock, it's not too bad. After 8, 9 o'clock, the streets are more quiet. Like, it's actually pretty peaceful. Dance auditions too? I mean, I don't think so. I think that's going to be something where when I get to a point where I feel that I could afford it, then I'll start going to like dance classes, and then I'll go from there. But that is something I will do. Definitely going to have to see a physical therapist. But I'll get there. You know, some people will pick on me and, oh, I wobble here, I wobble there. But you know what? It doesn't matter if I'm hobbling. I said I'll go get the proper help. I'll be walking normal again. I'll get dancing. And I'll show them who's boss. How do you get rid of somebody? Well, if it won't let you block them, then they're hacking it or whatever they're doing. I don't know. It don't really matter. Yes, but social media is also a very useful tool that could save lives. It depends on how you use it. That one video you make, reminding someone they have a second chance, reminding someone that there's still time, can make all the difference. You know, I was watching a TikTok by a guy named Youngblood. He's a music artist, right? And he was talking about how he's like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're facing, just remember that it's okay to take 5 minutes to yourself. It's okay to give yourself a hug. It's okay to, remember that you're not alone, that there are people that are going through similar things to what you're going through and things of that nature. And like that hit home with me. I actually got pretty emotional when I watched that video. I was like, it hit home with me. And it actually was part of how I gained the courage to live stream tonight. But yeah, I know that happens sometimes. What's my backup plan is just to have a 9 to 5. You know, and I'm kind of like doing plan A and working on plan B at the same time. But I'll have plan B in place just about the same time I'm getting plan A in order. But in Canada. Okay. Who can help you with that? I don't know. I'll tell you what, I've been out here for a while. I've been on a good amount of dates. And I just don't see myself getting a girlfriend or anything. I can't do it. You could have... Well, it's your shit life. Yeah, we do. Is it true that gas is $7 a gallon? I mean, maybe some places around here it's anywhere from like $4.50 to $5.50 a gallon. Focus on yourself, yeah. What's up? How are you? Where's I going with that? Yeah, you could have. I'll tell you God's honest truth. So some of the people in media that I'm like, some of the people in media that I'm like, oh my God, are like Sabrina Carpenter. Taylor Swift's cool. She's got her own thing going on now, so I can't say that I'm not like fanboying over that one. But Dove Cameron also has a boyfriend right now. Most of those ladies are just so unbelievable. But God's honest truth, where I'm at in my life, you could have Sabrina Carpenter walk up to me and say, let's go on a date. I go on a date. I say, oh, I'll be my boyfriend. I'd be like, no. I kid you not, I wouldn't do it. Because I do not have it in me to date any human being right now in my life. Not a single one. I don't care if they're a billionaire. I don't care if they're famous. I don't care what they got going on. I am focusing on me for the first time in my life. And this season of my life is so invaluable, I would not trade it for anything. I would not trade it for anyone. I would not trade it for $1. I would not trade it for a woman. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And you are more than welcome to test that theory. I'll take the date. I'll spend $100 on you at dinner. But just leave me with your number and I'll hit you up in a couple of years. See another streamer on the walk. Look like you in front of him. Oh, wow. Cool. What kind of car do you want to get? I'm tell you the truth, I'm just going to get something cheap. Just to start out, anything that can get point. Not come with somebody who commits to just gets me point A to point B. But around here, having a car is invaluable. A lot of people pretty much just walk everywhere, and I get that. But like, if I were to choose between having a car and having an apartment, I choose a car because I could around here. You can find a car that gets point A to point B and spend $500 to $700 on it. Literally, you can find a car for like $700, and then just go from place to place, do whatever you got to do, and as long as you don't leave the car running, you're good, and save like $2,000 a month, for now. Ever been to Washington State? Yeah, I've been there. Need a goddess like Scout Taylor Compton. I don't know who that is. Great name. I don't know who this. Ooh. It is kind of funny though when someone's riding their bicycle on the sidewalk and looks at me like I got in their way. Hey, I don't know what the deal is with these scooters, and they really got to figure something out when it comes to these scooters. But there isn't anywhere for the people on the scooters to ride. And on the radio, in news, every day they're talking about a crash. Every day, every single day, there is something in the news about somebody getting hit by someone on a scooter or somebody on a scooter getting hit by a car every single day. So like, that's something that I hope the city could figure out, some sort of solution for the problem with the scooters. Because like a lot of people are getting hurt. I would say it's like one of the biggest problems we're facing in LA right now. Ironically, is just like they're just really unsafe, and it's just like something you wouldn't think of, like with all the stuff going on around, you wouldn't think that scooters are like the biggest problem, but it's actually a pretty big problem. Get a stealthy tiny home van. That's the thing. I want to get a regular car for the gas mileage, and also so it's like more inconspicuous, because if I get myself a van, then I'm going to be like, that's all I'm going to be. I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to be too comfortable if I get a van. If I get a car, I'm going to be just comfortable enough to have a roof over my head and have an ability to maintain proper transportation to and from work. but I'm not going to have to worry about, getting overly comfortable and not trying to move into a place, which, one of my goals is to get a proper apartment or something to that effect. Because, living here now and having this place as home, I want to get involved and have myself be tied down in a way where I'm not just going to get up and leave, Like I want to, in the proper ways, without having to turn to anything too radical, I would like to be tied down to LA. I'd like to be tied down to Hollywood, have a lease, have a job, have a lease, have commitments that are keeping me here that I can't just up and leave from. Because it helps me to stay committed. Can't imagine driving or walking there. Well, the traffic around here is atrocious. Traffic in LA is really bad. There's no way around it. It's rough. Walking is not that bad. It's just strenuous. What kind of beer? I don't really have like a particular. I'm okay. Let me put it this way: I haven't tried enough types of beer to like know what my favorite is yet. I don't know. Nachos. What kind of nachos? I don't know what kind of nachos they were. Just nachos. See, that's it. You guys are so fancy. I'm still learning that stuff. I don't know yet. Like they'll talk about drinking something and it's like, it's a drink that has like 5 words to it. And I'm just like, I had a beer. They're like, I had a subba. I'm like, I had a beer. I don't know. I'll learn in time, but I don't know yet. And then they're like, this is why you don't get invited to parties. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to learn until you invite me. Sorry to tell you, but if I'm embarrassing you, the only option left here is to invite me. Like, what are you going to do? Just keep complaining? I'm where I'm supposed to be. There isn't really anyone that wants me to leave. They just want me to learn. And I'm not going to learn unless you teach me. And there's no way to teach myself this kind of stuff, Like, what am I going to do? Just sit down and read friggin'... I'm not going to read Quizlet about beer or wine or margaritas or whatever, Oh, so much. No, my feet haven't hurt for a while. I'm doing pretty good. And it looks to me like you guys are getting an extra round with me because I was supposed to turn the corner and I totally forgot. Yeah, no, my feet don't hurt anymore. I'm not doing a whole lot of walking the way I used to. I'm doing pretty good. Partying's how you get your foot in the door, right? I guess I'm currently at like the hazing phase. I guess maybe you call it that. But I'm at that point where it's like the community at large recognizes that I'm a part of the community, but they see me as so foreign that I haven't found my place yet. If that makes any sense. Right? Like I'm accepted and they're like, all right, we want you here. We just don't know what to do with you yet or where to put you. You got a dollar? All right, I got you. Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. Let me get some more. See if I got some more. I think that's all I got.
Oh, that's cool. Here. Have a good night, brother.
All right, let's go.
Hey, okay. Matter of fact, all right, you guys are coming with me. I gotta pee. You're not coming with me in the bathroom, obviously, but well, I didn't think this one all the way through. I'll figure it out. Okay, you guys are going on mute for a minute. Oh, I do want to touch on one thing. I did catch a couple of people on TikTok live talking about me. I don't know what they were talking about, but like it was just as I came in that they stopped talking about me. But I'll tell you something. The 3 young ladies whose broadcasts I had stepped into that had been talking about me, I had never seen before. So I don't know if somebody's out there using my name or what. But I just want to preface that if you hear somebody talking about me, there's like a 50% chance I don't even know who it is. So give me 2 seconds. Who's that? I don't know. I don't even remember the usernames. But I gotta go to the bathroom. Give me 2 seconds. And we're back. Amy, thanks for the follow. Were the girls talking about, were they fans of mine? I don't know. I'll tell you what, it was like 2018 that I stopped being able to keep track of everybody, like on a one-on-one basis. So it's been a while since I've known everybody that it's following along, but I didn't recognize any of them. I didn't recognize their usernames. Here. It's going down. Thanks for the follow. Sometimes be like that. Hey. All right, guys, we're getting to that point. I still haven't answered that text. I'll answer that tomorrow. But yeah, I got a gig waiting for me tomorrow, which is good. Streets. Listen, I don't think you guys realize how, like, if you want to be in the know, you got to be talking about stuff that's happening. And some of you guys are talking about stuff that wasn't even popular in reference to our situation. That wasn't even popular like 3 years ago. You know? Like it wasn't even a thing 3 years ago. So like I'm not sure why some people are still talking about it. Maybe it's just like that's the first thing you found. You know, and you got all juiced up on it. But I invite you into the present moment where I haven't been living like that in almost 4 years. So my life has moved forward, and I'm trying to bring you guys with me. You know, that's pretty much the main goal of coming back live and making content, is that you guys can come with me into the present moment in the life that I'm living, at least to some degree of more appropriated separation. What do I mean? Like, I haven't like talked to or associated with pretty much anybody that I used to talk to or associate with, like at all. I came out here to Hollywood and I started a completely new life over a year and a half ago. Essentially a year and a half ago. So, you know, it's like people who are used to, you know, I guess the rest of the states of the nation aren't all that familiar with how Hollywood works. And Hollywood is a very different vibe from most places, where it's just stuff you guys some of you were talking about is like so irrelevant and just not interesting. And, you know, people don't really vibe with it. They're not interested in it. It doesn't excite them. It doesn't interest them. You know? I don't know what to tell you, but, you know, the stuff to be talking about, the stuff to be communicating with one another about now is this, you know, being here. Like, this is my life now, and if you want to be a part of what I have going on, then this is kind of where you got to be with the conversation, is Hollywood, not wherever else or whatever else, because it's not even, like I said, most of the people I associate with are just blown away at how many people are still catching up. They're like, you know, some people take a hiatus and they go off the map for like a year or a couple of months, you know, and I took a couple of years to myself because my whole life I haven't really gotten to live my own life. So, you know, when I had that major downfall there, I took a minute to myself and I got to know myself, and then I built from the ground up. I really did. Like, restructuring of almost the entirety of my personality. Like, I'm a totally different person than I was before. I just continue to maintain the values and, you know, parts of me that I didn't want to let go of. Present moment. Some other countries tearing itself apart. I mean, people say that, but like, you're not here. It's not too bad here, truthfully. It's really not. I think most people just aren't here. And until, yeah. Do I break dance? No. Thank you. Stay focused. Listen, I don't think you guys get, like, okay. You got to take yourself out of the mindset of a social media person and put yourself in the mindset of like real life stuff. Because, so like in real life, since people who think in social media numbers don't get this. I'm so far past all of that. And I'm kind of stepping down to be stepping into this. I'm not stepping out of what I'm doing, but, you know, it takes some time away here and there to be here with you. So it's not, you know, it's not really of consequence whatsoever. Long time no see. What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for the follows. Yeah, I mean, it might be rough where you're at. I don't know, but I can tell you where I'm at. It's not that bad. I know it's like really popular to catastrophize and to talk about how bad it is and get people all worked up. But that's just not how I roll. It's not how I live. It's not how I make content. It doesn't really interest me. So I'll share with you guys what interests me, and that's just pretty much either daily life or, legitimate content that isn't about getting people upset and angry and fighting with each other. It's just not what I do. I don't need to do that to make money. I don't need to do that to make other people money. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. I get it. I think it's important to focus on the issues and be able to problem solve. It's just not my thing. It's not what I do. Like, if somebody needs help, I'll help them. And I kind of just do it. I don't do a whole lot of talking about it. I just, take care of the issue and surround myself with people that take care of the issues. Might dye my hair. I might. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. What's up? How are you? Social media. It's not. That's the thing. Social media, no different than real life, is whatever you make it. It's a popularity contest if you make it one. It's not if you don't. Me personally, I'm popular in my own circle. I like my life, I'm popular outside my own circle, and that's cool. But something I was taught, and I do find it super important, what someone else has to say about me is none of my business. And I stand true on that for the most part. There's certain times where it's important to focus on what someone has to say about you if they have a certain degree of influence. But beyond that, why waste my time, Thanks for the follow. And thanks for the shares, too. I appreciate you for that. Bringing people together is the only thing that matters. It's how we move forward as a species. I agree with that 100%. I agree with you 100%. Tell us something good. Deepest, darkest secrets. What are my deepest, darkest secrets? Where do I start? What do you want to know? Deepest, darkest secrets. Do you want me to tell you things you wouldn't believe, or things that are at least tangibly considerable to the average person? I don't. So let's take, for example, my life as it is. Let's take my life as it is into account. What would your first question be? Go for that. That's, you want to know deep, dark secrets. I might tell you, but you got to ask the right question. For example, how does one go from what I was all tangled in to not being tangled at all to moving towards success? How does that happen? That might be a good question. All the good stuff. Well, step one for me was cutting out everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. I would say that's a pretty dark secret, a really difficult decision I made that was disastrously selfish, very insensitive, and unequivocally irrevocable, and potentially for some unforgivable. How'd you go from tangles to success? Well, like I said, the first thing I did was cut everybody out of my life. I spent almost a year not talking to anyone. And I don't mean not talking to a single soul, but I mean anybody from the life that I used to live, I didn't really build relationships or friendships in the present life that I'm living to this day. I just took an entire year to myself, and I kept everybody at an emotional distance that exists in my present life, and I cut everybody from my past life out. And that was the first thing I did, was centered myself. And I would consider to be a pretty dark secret, because it's a very heartless and cold thing to do. And I wouldn't recommend against it. But just realize it's something you only do if you're truly committed to your craft and, the success of your own personal future, when your life is as serious as mine is. That's what you have to do. Yeah. I didn't really. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. What do we have to? Why? Okay, no, it's fine. Everybody brings up prison. Everybody, every time I live stream, there's at least one person. It's okay. I don't mind, but I just don't want to go too far into it, because I'm, like I said, moved on from that. The nickname I had in prison before before people knew me. It's going to freak you out, but they called me Death. I'm not making that up. That was my actual nickname in prison. Behind my back, they called me Death. Now when I was, when they thought I was religious, before they were calling me Death, they called me, you're going to laugh at it, you're going to call me, this is going to be fucking freaky, but they were calling me the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, which to some is a moniker or nickname for death, for those who aren't religious. So that was my prison name. Wasn't very welcoming or very pleasing, but I also didn't live up to it. That was mostly just a name that people came up with to keep people away from me, because I was as innocent and as naive as I was. So they kind of just came up with a nickname and a whole bunch of stories that kept people from messing with me. So, they put somebody in a cell with me and they'd be so freaked out that they just didn't bother with me. And it worked. I didn't know they were doing it until it was over, but, it was effective. Never really lived up to the nickname, thankfully. Prison Mike, I don't know who that is. I was in jail. We're not going over. I told you, we're not doing this again. Don't be asking. You asked me 1,000 times. You guys already know. And I know you already know. I do recognize those usernames. So don't be doing that. Be part of this broadcast. Be a part of the present moment. You got to move on with me. All right? Stop trying to siphon information that's dead information. It's not interesting. Nobody cares. And there aren't really any people that have an interest in it. Truthfully, there aren't. So let's stay relevant and stay focused. So, I'm not really doing moderators. I'm not really worried about it. Open in public? Never done that. What are you talking about? I never pooped in public. I mean, okay, I'll tell you this. During my street days, I can't say that there weren't people on the street that looked like me. And I can't say I haven't mistaken for people on the street at that, during that time frame. But I personally have never dropped one on the street. It's pretty disgusting, actually. Hello, how are you? Now it's Dimples. I'll take it. Yeah, deaf, not deaf. Deaf. Better than baby oil. Yeah, I agree. It's okay, thank you. Why do they call you those things? Yeah, that's why. There you go. Made me stronger. No. There's some experiences I've had that I take the best from, but I also wish never happened. Prison and jail are definitely experiences that I thankfully never have to go back to, and I never want to have to revisit for any reason. Yeah, I can hear you. Comedy show joke. Okay. Yeah, and I'm laughing because so many of you have been noticing the same thing I was picking up on. You know, when they're the different innuendos that are being thrown out there, and you know, people are picking up on it, and that wasn't the expectation. The expectation was for me to have like a schizophrenic episode and be like, this one's talking about me, that one's talking about me, this is about me, that's about me. And I didn't do that. And I kept my mouth shut and kept my head down long enough that, you know, the audience, you guys, who so many of you are like conspiracy theorists, with all due respect, right? So many of you are like into that you picked up on a lot of those patterns and connections. And it was very helpful. So thank you for that. So it shouldn't be long. It shouldn't be that long. But I will say that I do love pumpkins. I'll leave it right there. I love pumpkins. That's right. You best believe. But, you know, like I said, let them talk, let them tease, let them pick. I'll make it. I'm to the point where I am personally convinced that there has to be, you know, people of some type of influence in the mainstream that are tuning in, because, you know, some of what I'm picking up on, it's causation correlation. You know, when, like, recognizing a pattern is one thing, but when you have the ability to legitimately create a connection and know that it does lead back to you by circle of influence, then that's when you know you're onto something. And so for me personally, I've been able to make that connection and recognize the legitimacy of it. And so, you know, it motivates me, where some people would expect it to tear me down. It excites me. And that's the difference between someone that wants to be a part of the industry and somebody that doesn't. When it's for you, it gets you excited. When it isn't, it gets you upset. So for me, when I see somebody famous making fun of me, it gets my rocks off. I fucking love it. Let me complain about someone putting my name in the mainstream without it costing me my reputation. You know, it's fine with me. When somebody I don't even know, who's making millions of dollars and is famous in the movies, is talking about Mr. Schmuck over here who doesn't even exist, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. And if you don't think it is, then the industry's not for you. You got to take it. You got to take it from whatever direction it shows up. You know, it's like rock climbing. If you're rock climbing, you're grabbing whatever rock you can get a hand on that isn't going to fall out from under you. You're not like, well, that rock's brown and that rock's white, so I'm gonna grab that one, but not that one. No, you're moving up no matter what direction you can go. You're not discriminating. You're not thinking twice about it. You take every move you can get. Every up you can get, you take it. And I did that all the way from the street on up to this point where I was sitting having dinner with the guy, right? Bought him a couple beers, spent $70, which is nothing. I get it. But I had somebody from the street come up to me, and he expected me to give him shit and tell him to fuck off. I gave him a cigarette, and he went off with a beer, you know? But the fact of the matter is, I don't know what it is about me. Maybe I just come off as a snide white boy, but I'm not one. So don't mistake me for one. And if you ever try to extort me again, the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to give you an extra cigarette. I'm not extortable. Trust me. Many have tried. Anything I lose, I can rebuild again. I'm not afraid to lose. Do I get intimidated? Of course. Do I find it intimidating when someone tries to extort me? Of course I do. But I don't let myself fall into those traps, because 9 times out of 10, what I lose by being willing to face up to something and let someone run their mouth is worth more than giving them control over my decisions. Because the moment you let someone extort you over information or some secret they know about you, then they control some part of your life. And I don't go for that. I'd rather have control over my decisions and take a little longer to rebuild something. Let me catch up on comments real quick. And let him heal and move on. Thank you. Into the future, that's right. B-Day's around the corner. Any big plans? Not that I know of. I'm sure a friend or two of mine has something in store. At least so I'm told. But they won't tell me because they know I love surprises. I don't know who told them that. Somebody told somebody. Something else that got out that I'll say out loud so that I'll just take the credit for it and say I was being I was being a dick. Somebody told somebody that I give good dick. Don't know who did it. But somebody somewhere put the word out there about how good I am at sex. And it was definitely somebody I slept with because, well, just because I know it was. Two of them. Thanks for that. So word got around about that. So scrolling through TikTok's always fun. As you said, ask questions. Yes, that's fine. It's just, I'm just asking you to ask another question instead. And be prepared for the sensitivity. And the lack thereof sometimes. I see famous people from time to time. I mean, on the actual Hollywood Boulevard, you don't see like a whole lot of famous people. I guess in the past you did, but now it's just like here and there when they're doing movie premieres. Now I'm an observer. You guys know I'm a watcher by nature. So like I do pick up on it. There are famous people that walk down these streets from time to time. It's just most people are so busy with their own lives that they don't even see them. I mean, take me for example. I'm literally walking down the street and people don't even like. It's like you can't expect everybody to know you. So it's like there's people that recognize you who kind of look the other way, and then there's people that really don't know it's you. Like they're not sure, and by the time they're past you, they realize it. And then there's people that just don't know your name yet. I don't think I'm going live on my birthday. I'm probably going to be really busy. Yeah. Oh, very much so. Do they know how to hide? I'll tell you what. I thought that social attention was going to be everybody's paying attention all the time. No. One of the main attributes that comes with social attention is the ability to hide. It is a requirement. Have a quiet beer. I'm not in the mood. I don't like to drink by myself, honestly. Seen when they want to be seen. That's right. Honest and bigger. Thanks.
This is the first time you guys have got porno.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you want to talk about what doesn't exist, huh? Is that where we're at? Are we sure we want to go there? Let me put it this way. If it exists, it is definitely not amongst the people who claim its existence. That's my submission. That's the best I have for you. Because when it comes down to it, the claim of a secret society is being secret. That's kind of the whole idea. So anybody that claims to be a part of a secret society, I call bullshit because it's a fucking secret society and that's like the whole idea. So do I know anything about it? Right hand of God, I don't. Do I think it exists? I mean, I think it would be crazy to think that secret societies don't exist. You know, all types of stuff exist. Why wouldn't secret societies? Do I know anything about it? I don't. Gotta get in a server, Hollywood parties, and meet people that way. That'd be cool. Like the movies. What brand of smokes? Take a wild guess. And yes, I am doing it for that particular individual. Marlboro Red 100s. Currently the only brand I smoke, unless someone gives me one for free. But the people, no. I'll tell you what. The people that are closest to me in my life in the Hollywood community are probably the most secretive people that live in the Hollywood community. And they tell me that I am a secretive person. They say they cannot believe how tight-lipped I am. So if that says anything about how much I'm not going to tell you, take it with a grain of salt. Classic 6'6". Never know who has something. No, I agree with you. Absolutely. Out here, pretty much everybody has sex with everybody, like all the time. That's something I've learned. So, like, when it comes to sex, I am very safe. Trust me. Very, very safe. And truthfully, give me one moment. Just give me a minute. I have not had sex with anybody in Hollywood yet. Since I moved here, I haven't had sex with a single person. What do I need? I need you to share the broadcast.
I've got to share that. The picture's almost ready.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is right. Right. You're just like,
Heavy smoker also. Want to come to Ontario? No, thank you. I'm nice and based here. I've gotten offers in Long Beach. I've gotten offers in Santa Monica. People are offering to take me in. I'm not leaving Hollywood. I'll find my way, but I'm stubborn, determined. I've been working on my life here for, like I said, in total over a year. And I don't plan to give up on anything. I don't plan to give up on making it work in Hollywood anytime soon. Plane is one of the I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that. But we're here. Clinton says the same thing. Says about what? See, like that makes me want to dance. And you guys might see me just break out and dance at some point. I might. I don't care if I make a fool of myself. It'll go viral. That's all that matters. Steak and lobster, chicken and shrimp. I dance too, yeah. No, I'm too busy trying to pretend to be cool. Maybe later. But tell you what, I have a bottle of Coca-Cola calling my name. Oh, darn it, we're having a good broadcast and I still have a lot of battery. I'm not quitting. I might have to stop and get something to drink, though. I might have to get some water. I'm trying to think, where's the... Oh, no. The park is closed by now. They got a water fountain at the park. I'm trying to figure out where I can get water and not pay for it. Where? I know. I'm not going to double back right now, but when I make another round, I'll stop in somewhere and grab some water. Remind me of your son. Thank you. Dance down and walk, stars. Do the helicopter the whole way. Yeah. How about that? Oh, man. I don't know who these people are. Guys, you got to realize, like, I'm not really in the lower to mid tier social media community anymore. Not really there anymore. So I don't really know any of those people. I don't know who that is. And you're starting to give me like trolling comments. So like, come on. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I just assumed you're talking about somebody from social media. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know. It's like no cars. Okay. That was fun. Like I said, anytime you can get people to laugh, it's always worth it. I don't know if you guys heard that, about a block away, I had people laughing at the way I was standing. Can't help myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not one of those types of people. I'm pretty good at keeping my nose clean. I stay close to law enforcement around here. Very easy way to stay out of jail is stay close to the people that put you in jail. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's effective. Most people around here who get caught up and end up going to prison or jail are people who refuse to conform to like the basic necessities of survival in mainstream society. And they end up falling off or getting themselves caught up in things they shouldn't, and then they get in trouble. You know, there's two ways to make it. You can either stay out of trouble, or you can get so deep into trouble that you have people who are trouble that are, you know, keeping you from getting in trouble. I prefer just to stay out of trouble altogether and stay close to the cuffs so I don't have to put them on. It's just easier. It's a lot easier. Fork in the road. Yeah. You're telling me. But if you guys are having fun, please follow. Don't forget to get me on like TikTok and other places. You can find me. Just put my name in on any platform and you'll find me. I have the same photo on every platform. I should anyway, if I remember correctly. That's just me at the gym. Yeah. Part of our journey, we never stop learning. You are right. We never stop learning. Never stop. Oh, God. Jeez. Yeah, never stop learning. So, I'll tell you what. When I realized that it's not that hard to make it, was when I was scrolling through TikTok, and there's this girl, right? And she was running an ASMR broadcast. And ASMR is like, it's a broadcast where they just make like soft sounds and stuff to put you to sleep or to calm you down. She had, get this, like, I don't know if this is going to blow your mind, but it blows my mind. This girl had 4,000 people in her live stream. And all she was doing was making soft sounds over the microphone. I mean, literally, she's just sitting there making soft sounds on the microphone, and there's 4,000 people watching her do it. Like, I can't grasp that. Like, can you imagine your job making $4,000 to $5,000 a month is to sit there and just tap on your microphone? Like, that's your job, is to tap on your microphone and just make soft noises. So, I mean, good for her. That's awesome. Like that, she's making an income doing that. So good for her. But it's like, if she can sit there and touch her microphone softly for 4 to 5 hours a day and bring home bank, what's to stop any of us? You know, like if you could do something so simple and be making that much money, then, and I mean, even some of these streamers, they'll just sit and they don't even do anything. They'll just sit and they'll talk to the broadcast. You know, they'll just talk to the fans, to their fans or their audience. And, you know, I figure just with enough commitment, that's all it takes. You guys know I used to do that. And, well, it looks to me like I'm whipped to the point where I'm going to have to do it again. I don't mind. It's not like I don't have the time to do it. But, yeah. You know, anything's possible. Yeah, the gym pic is cool. Thank you. ASMR, that stuff is nuts. Sick weirdos everywhere. No, it's not weird. ASMR is just, it's like a typeset of video creation. Like, it's just something that they do. It's not that people are weird. It's like your brain is wired to calm down when you hear it. So it's like to be expected for stress management. Yeah, I don't know who that is. You missed the TikTok box trend. What's that? One girl, TikTok. Let's throw it with the sound of. Oh, geez. Makes big money. I believe that. Mean girl is. Trend where people would just repeat the same stuff for 8 hours a day and rake it in. I did miss that one, didn't I? That's fair. Who's the other ones? Yeah. Yeah, it's fun though, you know, and it's, I have to say what I'm going to miss as, you know, as we continue to build, what I'm going to miss is only having so many people in the broadcast, but like people actually knowing my name. It is so fucking hilarious having the real life attention on that level and then hopping on social media and technically being an absolute nobody, because the dichotomy of it alone is enough to get you cracking up. And it gets me cracking up anyway. It does. I find it fucking hilarious. Welcome from Ireland. How are you? Yeah, what country are you guys from? I figure we have a lot of Americans in here. Maybe not. Shouldn't assume. Some crunch food down. People have strange passions. We all have something. I look at even a bank teller and wonder what she does after work. God only knows. If you duet responses to people who made vids of you in the past, you get a ton of followers. Yeah, but I'm not trying to get drug into the past. That's kind of like what we can, you know, that's the thing that I keep saying over and over and over again. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Just staying out of trouble, you know. The usual. Wait. Please tell me I didn't drop that $5 bill. I had $5. And I gotta stop putting money in my little pocket, because I put money in that little pocket and then I can't reach it. I'm gonna have to take my pants off to get that money out. Please tell me it's still in here. Yes, and I need to take it out before I forget. So, something happened today where there was this guy, right? I was on the corner smoking. And maybe it's just because my beard isn't trimmed, but I guess I looked homely. And some guy just like handed me $5. He's like, "Here you go, man. Grab something to eat." I literally stepped out to smoke. I was spending $70 at that dinner I told you about. And I stepped out to smoke. And I guess I looked like a homeless guy. So like an actual, you know, like in real life, like I looked straight up homeless just because of my beard. And the guy walks up to me, hands me $5. He's like, "Here, man, go grab something to eat." I didn't say no. I'm like, "Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for $5. And so I gave him a couple of cigarettes, you know. But That I would say that was one of the highlights of my night was having some guy thought I was homeless because I didn't trim my beard. Gives me $5. All right, works for me. So, yeah, what country are you from? You're Belfast. Oh, that's class. That's not good. Grandparents from Belfast. Very cool. Ooh, boy. Ooh. Almost. Yeah, see, I'm like triple jointed or whatever, or double jointed. So every time it looks like I'm going to fall, I just end up bending my knee backwards. It's like people are like, oh my God, he's going to fall. And then I don't. Tough bastards. I try. Irish tough and fun. Yeah, smokes are expensive. Yeah, out here a pack of smokes is like $10, sometimes more. But I tell you what, the amount of people that either offer me money for cigarettes or like it's just convenience. You know, like I always walk around with a pack of cigarettes in my pocket and I leave them hanging out just a little bit because there's people walking down the street that want to smoke and they don't feel like going to buy a full pack of cigarettes or they don't feel like going to the shop to buy them, right? So I'll just walk around with a pack of cigarettes hanging out of my pocket and people will walk up to me and be like, yo, bro, you got a cigarette for $1? Yeah, I got you. Got a cigarette for 50 cents? Yeah, I got you. And then before you know it, my pack of cigarettes is gone and I got like $20 in my pocket. And I smoked maybe 3 of them. So in Canada, a pack of smokes is $20. Oh my gosh. You buy native smokes. Cool. Yeah, but I have to admit, the cigarette hustle is, it makes it pretty hard to give up smoking. Because it's just like very lucrative. And people are always offering money for cigarettes. So it's kind of nice. Because I'm kind. I try. Sometimes I give them out, you know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you got money? Especially if I see it if somebody in a suit walk up to me, yo, you got a cigarette? I mean, I do. You know, I'm not going to assume that you are a millionaire, but there's a stark possibility that you don't need me to just give you a cigarette. And I'll be like, yeah, here you go. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Oh, smokes. Inflation. Catching up. Come back to you. It does. Where do I sleep at night? I don't talk about that. I learned not to talk about where I live before I had somewhere to live. So for anyone that doesn't know, when I first got to Hollywood, I lived on the street. Like, I came to Hollywood, and I came to Hollywood homeless. And I'm not totally out of that situation just yet. I just don't live on the street anymore. And something I learned was you don't tell people where your spot's at. You don't tell people where you're sleeping when you're on the street. And I took that and adopted it into regular life. So now I don't tell people where I put my head down. I don't tell people the address. I don't tell people where it's near. I don't even start broadcasting anywhere near where I'm at. Because one thing I will say about the street is that it does follow you. Even when you make it off the street, you'll have people coming up to you and trying to get stuff off of you. And I'm just not about it. It's one thing when someone needs help, I'm about that. But when I have somebody coming up to me and like trying to like I said, when I was having beers with my buddy, this homeless guy came up to me, and I guess he like knew somebody that I knew from the street, and he's like kind of spouting out information, like in a passive way, like I know this about you, I know that about you. I'm thinking to myself, like, first off, none of that's a secret, so like you're out of luck. And then second off, here's a cigarette. But you know, it will follow you. It's something you can't really escape. You have to manage due diligence and to stand your ground with people. But also staying humble is important. Like if you come out of a rough situation and then you have an attitude towards the people that you used to associate with, I mean, that's a wonderful way to make sure that you have to have protection, and it's a wonderful way to make sure that you have to stay out of the public. But when you respect your past, then it helps you to be able to more easily protect your future and live in the present without near as many concerns. Here's the diagram. It's pretty sweet out there in California. I don't know. Do you have a place? Yes. I have somewhere that I live. Yes. Stop asking about it. I'm telling you, stop asking about it. It's like, I tell you guys that I moved into the mainstream, right? And for my conspiracy theorists out there, you guys know what it means to be in the mainstream. I'm the one person that's going to say it to your face and say, stop asking, because it is real. You don't want to get involved. And if you do, I am not the way to get involved. So don't ask. Like, the more you ask about my personal life, the more red flags go up for the people that look out for me. And you don't need that smoke. You don't want that smoke. You don't want to know the answers to those questions near as much as you think you do. The answers to the questions that you have will eventually be on Wikipedia. They'll eventually be on some tabloid. But for now, they're not. And until they are, I would highly recommend refraining from asking those types of questions, just for the sake of common sense. I know you are concerned. I know you're worried about me. But if I tell you I'm okay, and I don't want you to be asking, just, do yourself a favor and don't ask. Terrain fuzz. Medication. What? I mean, what's the... It's like that. It doesn't matter. Listen, guys, everybody in the broadcast knows where I'm at right now. There isn't some hunt for my location. It's very obvious where I'm at. Everybody knows where I'm at. I walk in circles on this walk. Everybody knows where I'm at. It's not a secret. It's not a surprise. It's an old style tactic to try and build up this air and this ambiance of attempted what is it? Some incognito attitude. And I don't have one. I'm walking out in public and it's normal and I'm not putting too much thought into it. Yeah, no matter who it is or who it isn't, and I feel like people who come in on a fake account and they're doing something on another account or whatever don't realize not only how creepy that is, but and I'm talking about the people that, if you come in on a fake account and you're ha ha on another account, that is the dorkiest, dumbest, most pathetic, weird, annoying, and creepy thing that I have seen on the internet. And I've seen a lot of weird shit. It's just there's no words for it. There's really just no words for it. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. It is, it's definitely not my vibe. So we'll do one more round. I got one more round with you, so I'm going to call it a night. That's great. You don't listen. I mean, this is a live stream broadcast. Nobody cares. You got to realize, even with my status, people don't care who I am. Do you know how many people, for how many people follow me, in real life and all that stuff? I don't know, just call it fans in real life, right? For how many fans I got in real life, they don't care about me near as much as they care about what I'm doing or what's interesting that they could post about. It's not about me. It's in a certain form of enigmatization where they idolize a person and then kind of just feed off of the events that surround their life more so than anything else. So You know, like don't think for a moment that people are like, oh, who's this person? Who's that person? Is this person real? Is that person not real? Most people don't even care whether or not I'm real. They care whether or not sharing my broadcast is going to get them views on their profile. You know, like, is it interesting? That's usually people's main concern. I can tell you that about 80% of my fan base doesn't even know my last name. They know my name is James. And like, that's it. They don't even, most people don't even know my last name. And they don't really care what it is, you know, because it's not their interest. They either know me as James or they know me as Step. And like, there's nothing more to it.
I love you today. Hell yeah, I love you. Take that out loud.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, you know? What do you call it? Yeah, no, like that does happen. And I have to admit, it might make me a dork, but I like it. In my own personal life, I do have people that come up to me and act like they know me. And it's the fucking coolest thing. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. It's such a lame thing to do, to walk up to somebody and just pretend like you know them because you want to be popular or something. But I tell you what, to be the person that someone is approaching and pretending like they know you, it's fucking cool. Am I a little vain for that? Am I a little self-centered? Absolutely. But you know, it's a little confidence boost. It's a little reminder that I did make some progress in my life, you know. I can't always be helpful, but I try from time to time. Learn that the only one that cares about you is you. For real, though. It's interesting to watch. It's not all that deep. I agree with you. Oh my gosh, thank you. You're right. It's not. It's really not all that deep. Like, I'm not. This is my truth that I'm going to tell you right now. I am not involved in any secret organizations or cults. I'm not involved in any church type stuff beyond, like religion type stuff, just beyond maybe going to church or like volunteering with the homeless, you know, with people who like need food and stuff, right? I have not really been involved in anything that like would be considered secretive or like conspiracy worthy, like at all. And then people will just, you know, when what it really comes down to is on a psychological level, most people can't conceptualize or understand how someone is famous or how they got the amount of social attention that they get. So in order to try and bridge that gap mentally between, like, to try and bridge the gap between where their life is and where my life is, they come up with conspiracies, they come up with theories, they come up with ideas like, where'd this come from, where'd that come from? And what it really comes down to is people trying to understand a situation that may be outside the grasp of conceptualization because they haven't done it themselves. So like where I'm at in my life, I understand how I got here because I got here. There's no other way I could have ever come to understand how I got here without having done it. At least that's my opinion. Not food. What? Gotta save you. You bet. Cause this shit. All good. That's playing. It's good you're not on the Larson. Alright. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Probably never was. God bless America. Yeah. I don't really talk about or involve myself with like that side of law enforcement, like with that side of of the law. I don't really involve myself at all with the other side of the law because, you know, that's where it leads. Where your focus goes, your power flows. So I don't like focusing on that side of the law. I want an In-N-Out burger. Me too. Oh my gosh, I could buy In-N-Out. That's a really good idea. I'm not going to because I will end up shitting my brains out, but another day. Greasy? Oh, In-N-Out burger. Very delicious, though. Always worth it. Oh, it's on the table, but it's very unlikely. You say stop? Stop what? Oh, talking about In-N-Out burger. I don't know anything. I don't know what animal fries are. I don't know what those are. Yeah. Sorry. All right, we'll do one more round and that'll be it for the night. Am I eating? Not right now. I'm not hungry. You have any idea how much food I ate today? I saved half my nachos. I'm friggin' full. And you should see me. I got a gut. I have not had a belly like this since I was 14 years old. I was chubby when I was like 14, right? And then I got really skinny and I stayed skinny and then I got muscular. And now I, once again, have a gut. And it's fantastic. I feel good. It's nice to actually have food and be eating. And so people are like, oh, you gained some weight. I'm like, you bet your fucking ass I did. I know I look good. I got a dad bod. I'm happy about it. I don't mind my gut. Might not get a modeling job. But personally, I don't give a fuck. I look good. I'm happy about how I look. And I will lose that weight when I have to. And right now I don't have to. I'm too busy basking in the glory of my fatness. It feels good. I've never been fat. And it reminds me that I am getting I'm eating a lot every day, which is something I don't always get to do. So I'm enjoying my season of bulk, I'll call it. And then I'll just cut later, I guess. Chicken sandwich. Eating at 2 a.m. is fat behavior. He's 3 hours behind us. I might eat at 2 a.m. I might. What I can tell you is I don't really like. Oh no, they're fucking closed. Damn it. All right, I'll just drink my Coke when I get back. Yeah, like I don't really sleep at night because I don't like to. So I'll just stay up all night and like either consume content or like I'll just go into people's live streams and just be active in the live streams. That's pretty much what I do all night. Animal fries are from the In-N-Out menu. That's good. You look healthy. Thank you. I am pretty healthy, thankfully. All things considered, even with my diet, I'm still pretty active. Pinch of hook. Ew, come on now. That's like 30. Trying to put it back on. Change. Also angry. No, I get it.
Hello, were you ready for that other piece?
Yeah, exactly.
You do what I do, you just walk it off. That's what I do. I will tell you though, just like as a little side note here. People in Hollywood, guys. If you're I live in Hollywood. Okay, if you live in Hollywood, I need you to do me a giant favor. I need you to chill the fuck out. If you live in Hollywood and you are like all worried about people watching you or following you or staring at you, chill your grill, calm down. People are not staring at you. People are not following you. I can't tell you how much I walk up and down this Walk of Fame and see people paranoid and looking around, looking like they're high on crack, terrified that somebody's following them or looking at them or something like that. And it is so upsetting and sad and disappointing and just concerning, very concerning. Like, I don't know why people are so obsessed with the notion of something bad happening to them, but I could tell you, living here, there is not nearly as much crime as people think there is. Bad stuff doesn't happen near as often as people like try to think.
I don't know.
And the reality is, you're gonna be fine. And the more, it's about the energy that you put out. If you put out the energy that something's gonna happen, then it might. If you don't, it usually doesn't.
Plus rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
All right, we're not doing this. Sorry, guys. Like I said, sometimes the internet attracts psychopaths who will literally use their own children's deaths to like gain social attention. It's absolutely psychotic. But it's the internet. Please expect it. That you can expect it. It does come with the territory. And like I said, sometimes you have to be disastrously cold. And you do not have a choice but to be disastrously cold. And some people will say, well, then we just don't do it. Well, don't worry. You don't want to make that money? Don't. I'll have it. It's fine. Hollywood is not that cool to many people. Well, those people can suck my dick because I fucking love Hollywood. And cry about it too while you're at it. You don't like your job? I'll have it. Trust me, I don't got much better to do. I just want to get it out there. Oh, okay. Lots looking to make a name for themselves. There is. Yeah, I will say is that is an advantage I came in with is, already having made a name for myself. That's, if there's anything I could recommend to you, if you're going to try to move to Hollywood and your interest is in media, I would definitely utilize the internet to build something for yourself before you come here. That way you have an advantage when you get here because it's just everybody's doing it. Everybody is a star. So if you're coming in raw and you got nothing, it's very easy to fall off, lose confidence, and end up leaving. So if you can come to town with something to already say for yourself, you're much more likely to make it. You also have a better chance than you did before because a lot of people have moved out of Hollywood, have moved out of California, and a lot more people are moving out of California. So those of us who are, focused on the area and in love with Hollywood, we stick around and we don't end up with extra drama, So the people that don't want to be here don't stay, and those of us that do want to be here, we do. So if you want to move here and you're trying to break into media, make sure you already got a thick skin. And when I say thick skin, I mean a damn thick skin. And some sort of backing already. And don't go without a job or you will probably end up homeless. If you don't run home, you will probably end up homeless. Very real. Very, very real thing. Enjoy the live. See you next time. All right. Good night. Yeah, like I said, I'm shaking that one. I ain't done yet. That one's waiting on his indictment. I am instructed to maintain contact until said indictment has been initiated or whatever, however that works. So, sucks for you. Shouldn't have fucked me over. Anyway, like I said, when you want something, you get it. You got to be willing to work hard enough for it. And out here, forgiveness isn't enough. Most of the time, you know, people be like, have this picture perfect idea of how society works, and they're like, well, something bad happened, or we had a disagreement. I forgave the person, they forgave me. No offense, but if you're out here, the likelihood that it's over, it's pretty low. It's usually not over. It's just they're waiting for you to forget about it and turn your back, and then they get something from you. Such as when you're sitting at dinner and then someone just comes up to you and thinks you're going to get something out of you. I'll try to catch you by surprise, but you just got to stay ahead of it. That's all. It's all about making that money. Yeah, for the mid-level people. You know, for the people that like the industry, for the people who want a job or a career, then yes, it is a paycheck. For those who it is a passion, for those of us who maintain a passion, it's way more than that. It's very real to some of us. And those of us it's real to are the ones who keep things in line around here. And then we let the people who are about the money think that they're running things, because their egos can't handle the idea that they're not in control. You need a drink. Okay. Do I see other streamers? Sometimes. From time to time I do. I don't really talk to them, but just the other night I was live streaming. There was someone live streaming. It's bedtime. Not yet. Not yet. Like I said, sometimes it's just about access, you know, like giving people access to you sometimes is important when you're in media. Like making yourself accessible from time to time can be a good thing. Now me doing it, you know, the impact that it makes, I got to be careful about it. But like I said, if you're not going to give me what I deserve in the time frame I deserve it, I am going to come and take it for myself in one way or another. And right about now, this is the way I'm doing it. Right? So I reached out for gigs over the past couple of days. I have yet to secure one. So I'm coming live. And that's that. No, I'm not getting drunk. I said I'll drink with friends, but I'm not really a drink alone type of person. Yeah, but like I said, when it comes to the cigarettes, it's really nice to think like, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of cigarettes. But then I realize that I sold so many cigarettes, I have enough money to buy the next pack. So that's just, it's sometimes living pack by pack. That was Tinder. Very happy about that. I have been getting an absorbent amount of matches, and I'm very satisfied about it. Very happy about it. And tell you something I like about Hollywood in this area. My profile, I have like 1 or 2 photos on it, and they're shit. Like my photos are absolute trash. And I'm getting matches. I'm getting people talking to me, women, right? And they're not catfish. They're like actual people, which is really cool. In my line of work, it's very easy to know the difference. So it's just like people here are far more sociable and have far lower they're not like ridiculously expectational. They're not like, well, if you text me, hey, I'm not answering. Or if you say, what's up, I'm not answering. Right? They're not like, they actually engage with you. Even if you say something that doesn't interest them, and they are then not interested in you, they will answer you just to strike up a conversation with someone. And I like that. It's nice because people hear, as much as people say, oh, Hollywood's weird, people are far more, sociable, which I would consider to be a trait of people who are less weird. People who choose to socialize, whether they're good at it or not, Yeah. Gotta make that paper, get that cash stack up. Yeah. And I had a conversation about that with DPSS. It's like, well, if I'm making money on the side, do I need to report it to it? Like, there's a whole slew of like caveats and loopholes, and you guys know how much I love loopholes, especially when it comes to money. So when it comes to like selling cigarettes, when it comes to certain other financial internet pursuits, there are caps to it, and there's also technically not like income that I have to report either to the IRS or to like DPSS, so it's not even considered income. So it's essentially free money, which almost doesn't exist. No such thing as free money. Well, I'm making free money, which is fucking awesome. So I have, of a couple $100 a month or a couple $1,000 a month that I can make on the side in gifts. And then when it reaches a certain point, I then have to report it, but I'm not to that point yet. But I also then don't lose my benefits, so I'm still getting, my benefits. I'm still getting a couple, almost $1,000 a month to be able to spend, which is really nice while I get myself on my feet. So the state of California is very giving. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who take advantage of the system, who feel very clever, but it's just not smart. Like, if you're smart, you take the help that they're giving you and actually do something with it and move forward, because so many people want that throughout this country and can't get it because they don't live here, But if you live in the state of California, it is so easy to get on your feet when you ask for the proper help. Most people are just either stubborn or they're like anti-government or whatever their fucking issue is, But when you're cooperative, it's very easy to get on your feet. Like I said, when I first got here, I didn't have jack shit. And I barely had to get any of it myself. And now I'm getting it myself, But I didn't have to start that way. There's always food available. There's always somewhere to sleep. It's just about applying yourself. It's getting late. Be careful walking around. No, it's a walk of fame. There's like a lot of security around. There's cops around. There's pretty much no trouble at all, like anywhere. Have you ever seen the movie American Chick-fil-A? Nope. Getting close to quitting time. Yeah, it is. What happened to my backpack? Which backpack? Name one. My backpack is currently in storage. Told you I was done playing. So after I finish this, I now have the cash to go and get myself a new one, which I'm very happy about. And instead of seeing it as bragging, what I'm trying to do is motivate you to do it yourself. Because in my life, when people brag, it motivates me. It doesn't piss me off. Am I a jealous person? You better fucking believe I'm a jealous person. I see somebody with something I want, and I get really fucking jealous. But what I do, instead of getting pissed off trying to take it from them or trying to whatever, what I do is I go and get it myself because I want it. But when people have something I don't have, it motivates me. So like on social media, I follow a lot of people that have shit that I want.
Don't give a fuck. You will get fucked with it. Go upstairs, man. How many class you got fucked? You keep talking about that old fucking, but you want to talk. Keep looking for some shit. I'm not talking.
Oh man, thank you. Thanks for the gift. And I told you guys too that you can pump gifts into the broadcast. And I'm not in an agency yet because I don't want to be, because that's reportable income. But if you have if you just want to support, one second. If you just want to support my endeavors on the platform, throw gifts up there, because I will use those gifts towards broadcasters that I'm supporting. And that gives us control within the platform. And you guys know that I'm very, very good with this type of thing. And it gets fun. It gets very fun. Now, TikTok, that's a mainstream platform. I am not trying to assert any type of control on the platform TikTok. That is something that is already its own organic mass of individuals that doesn't need my help in that department. That's more something that I want to be a part of. It's only going to be long term. Then I will start making TikToks and shit. But until I have all that, I don't think I'm gonna.
Did I see her by chance?
No, it's my last one. I don't even know who's talking to me. I'm like half asleep. Good. I got it read. All right. So, what have we learned today about Hollywood? What's the number one lesson you got from me today during this broadcast? Make money and stack it up. You bet your fucking ass. Make that money, stack it up, and don't ever give it to anyone. Do not give money. No. Resources, food, cigarettes, fucking a car if you want. Don't give away money. The worst choice you could ever make is to give away your money. That is my personal opinion, is my stance. Donations and stuff like that, whatever, do whatever you're going to do. But if I see an organization that's asking me for money, I'm going to ask them, well, what are you going to spend the money on? And they say, well, we're gonna plant this forest. And I'll be like, all right, I want in. You want my money, I want to know more. And if they won't tell me, they can't have it. They tell me, they can have it. And that's that. In-N-Out is amazing, yes. That's another good lesson. That's a fact. In-N-Out is culinary perfection at its finest. It's culinary, right? It still counts as culinary. I don't fucking know. I mean, it's not confections, but I guess it could be considered metaphorical confection. right, so we're cutting down to the wire. You guys got like 5 more minutes with me, 5-10 minutes. I need you to spill the beans, say what you got to say, ask what you got to ask. Anything you got for me, you got to get it out in the next 10-15 minutes because I'm shutting down and I do not know when I'm coming live next. And as you guys have noticed, the comment section continues to grow. The amount of comments coming in continues to multiply. And if you do not get your say in now, I might miss your comments later. And we don't want that. Last chance. Or we could just spend the next 15 minutes walking in silence. That could be fun too. Excuse me. Alright, I gotta put this down for a moment. Tighten my sweatshirt. Alright. I gotta get like a selfie stick or something. I'm looking at getting a tripod and a seat, like just a little bench that I could put on a backpack, and then I'll just put the bench down somewhere, take a seat, and put the tripod up, and we'll sit here and talk. But for now, this is what we got. Is there an In-N-Out burger on the walk? If you go, where is it? Okay, so like Hollywood and Highland, which is you guys saw where I showed you that big 4-way, like that intersection, that really big intersection with all the people standing on the corners, right? That's Hollywood and Highland. If you go down Hollywood and Highland, so it's like you see there's a hill, right? If you go down the hill, and it takes you the next street is Sunset Boulevard. Exactly on the right, if I remember correctly, exactly on the right is In-N-Out Burger. Pretty sure. So I say a lot of people that are coming through here that are just traveling and they're tourists. They don't know that In-N-Out Burger is right there, but yeah, we have an In-N-Out Burger right off the boulevard. And I do apologize that you guys have pretty much had to look up my nostrils the entire night. That's the best I could do. So, can I read the other chat? What other chat? I mean, there's fan accounts that are rebroadcasting me. I'd say there's probably 5 or 6 fan accounts that are rebroadcasting me, but I'm not in their chat. I currently only have one live stream running. If you're watching a live stream of me from another platform or on another account, that isn't my account. That's like a fan account or just someone rebroadcasting for views and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know how to tell you that this one is me. But I don't remember my exact, what's my fucking username? James.Saroka. That's my username. So if you're on an account that doesn't say James.Saroka, you're not on my account. At this point, it shows scene for movie. How you show business? Nah. All right, give me like an impression or something that you want. Yeah, you got to tell me what what you want. Maybe I'll try it. I got less than 5 minutes with you. Maybe 5 minutes. That should be good. Thank God, I'm good. Okay. Now, did I finish this? I did. Why did I put it in my pocket? I don't know. Man. Okay. Whew. What a day. The Seth Rogen laugh. I can't remember his laugh off the top of my head. It's so deep. I don't think I could. I can't do it. I honestly can't do it. My God. It's like, how do I put this? Some people don't really believe in karma. But like, I spoke my piece. I said what my commitments were. I came to Hollywood. I said, hey, here's the deal. Here's who I am. You're going to have to deal with me one way or another. I tried the nice way. I did. And I just got picked on, you know? So now it's kind of like, I'm going to break the rest of my way in, and you're going to get used to me. And there's nothing else to it. If that means I don't have as many friends, well, I'm pretty sure it was going to go that way either way. And I'm fine with not being friends with people that aren't being real with me anyway. But I'm here and I'm here to stay. Impression of Bane from Batman. Oh, God. I'm going to embarrass myself quite a bit. Selling a cigarettes behind the pack. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. More than enough. I sold enough cigarettes to buy 2 packs of cigarettes. I think I smoked like, over the past 2 packs, I smoked 5 or 6 of my own. That's it. Thank you for watching as long as you've been watching. The Batman laugh. I don't know what the Batman laugh is. I don't know. I mean, I could try Bane. I'm embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm for it. Like, I'm embarrassed. Because I'm not... See, like, I'll do it in real life when I'm not on camera. Like, I got no problems just being like, I was born in the dark, molded by it. That's not Bane. Like, I obviously have to do a way better job, but in real life, I'll go all into it. But when I'm live, I just can't. I don't know why, I just can't. Oh, and something I didn't know. I don't know if you guys knew this. I just recently found out that Bane from Batman was played by Tom Hardy. You fucking know that. I love Tom Hardy. And he was Bane, apparently. I think, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Tom Hardy played Bane. Which is really cool. It's pretty good. Thanks. Wasn't that good. I don't think it was that good, but I'll take it. This is the cool platform. The non-mainstream one. Oh, I don't know. I guess. I mean, it's cool to, it's everybody's the same. Having reached the pinnacle that I've reached in my own personal situation, in reference to what people know I'm referencing, you ain't gonna hit me. I gotta wait anyway. Is that Sean Connery voice? No. Wait. Sean Connery, who is that? Please tell me that's not who actually played Bane. I thought it was... God, I'm so good at making a fool of myself. Fuck. Oh well. Yeah, it's like, for me, everybody's the same. Like, there was a point where I was like, Instagram's cooler than Bigo, TikTok's, you know, like, the mainstream platforms where it's at, and whatever. And now I realize, after having some experience with streamers of all different types and people making content on all different platforms, and even the people that are like famous who have other people making their content, everybody is the same. We are all the same. We all operate the same way. We just have different levels of social attention. We have different quirks and personalities, but we're all the same. We just are. We all behave. We pretty much have most of us have very similar behavioral patterns, and I'm over the notion of this is cool and this isn't. It's just, whatever's popular is cool at the time, unless you're like grunge and you're one of the real ones, then you're like you said, well, this is cool and that's not, but it's all cool. It all isn't cool. It's all the same. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, I was supposed to turn a long time ago. Okay. You guys are stuck with me for like another 10 minutes. It's okay, though. What about The Simpsons? Harper's aunt is Bart Simpson. I saw that on TikTok. I did see that. Or did I see that on Instagram? Instagram or TikTok? I saw that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Kick is the application you pay on. I don't know. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the fans. I'm here to connect with my audience. And, not a lot of people are coming to the stream. Obviously, we only get a couple hundred to a couple thousand, depending. But it gets put out there and people see it. And we're good. I'm doing my best. But I found that the more popular I become and the more people that know my name, the less people end up in the live stream broadcasts. And I figure that has to do with, just an intimidation factor, which I totally get. Like, there have been really famous people that have done live streams, and I myself was like nervous to go into their broadcast, and I would actually not go into their live stream because I just would be so nervous. I'm like, oh, I don't want to make a fool of myself. Now, I don't care. I'll go in there and I'll make all sorts of comments or whatever, and I'll give a shit. And I did that when, there you go. I did that with, no, you're cool. I did that with, see, I told you, people around here are like super polite. They really are. I don't care what anyone says. But when you are kind and polite, people are kind and polite. Doesn't matter where you're at. Even LA. But TikTok, the main TikTok account, they did like an event where they invited some of the most popular creators to the headquarters in LA. And I was watching that live stream, I think it was yesterday or the day before. And I was in there. And the guy who was running it, his name was James, which is pretty cool. And I was just following along with all of it. And I was commenting here, this and that. And I tell you what, it doesn't, no matter how popular you get, when you're in the broadcast and it's like a big broadcast and there's all cool shit going on and they acknowledge you, it's so cool. I'm sorry, but like when the guy who's running, when the people that were running the broadcast and the guy acknowledged me, oh, hey, James, that's my name. And I'm like, that's me. He's talking about me. But that's my personality, Like I like being acknowledged. And I was in that broadcast trying to stay active, and it was a good 1,000 in there, which was pretty cool. And I stayed like pretty much through the whole broadcast. I never do that. I never stay through the whole broadcast. But with that main TikTok account, the event was actually very interesting, and I learned a shit ton. So, I stuck around. And apparently, I didn't know this, but TikTok does a lot of stuff that they do here on Bigo. Like, they do battles and they do all that kind of thing, And they do gifts and stuff. So, I have that crossword. But yeah. The more you stream, the more supporters you get. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm mostly broadcasting and stuff at this point to like stay from becoming complacent and to make sure I spend time with you guys on a one-on-one basis. Because I don't want to become lazy, and I know that if I'm out here getting myself together, getting my life together, and I'm not broadcasting, I'm not making content, that even in the mainstream sense, I'm still going to be falling back and like not trying as hard, And a lot of times when they're asking you, like when you're trying to get gigs and get jobs and stuff, and even regular jobs, they ask you for your social media. They ask you for your accounts. They want to know what you're doing on the internet. And so like I kind of have to keep up with it just to be able to stay ahead of the past and show people like where I'm at now and how I'm living now, So yeah, it's just like I said, when I get to a point where I have a 9 to 5 and I'm consistently working, I don't want to become complacent in that job. Like out here, minimum wage is, I was told that minimum wage is $20. $20 an hour. $20 an hour. And some of the positions I'm seeing, they're offering like $17.25 or 17 whatever, right? But still, that's so much money. $17 an hour to flip burgers? I mean, come on. And then people are still complaining. Like, well, it's the cost of living. Guys, no offense, but I could go on Facebook Marketplace right now and I could find 16 to 18, 20 different apartments just in the Hollywood area. And yeah, they're just private rooms. But they're private rooms that are costing $500, $600, $700, $800 a month. People are like, rent is $2,000. Average rent is $2,000 a month. Well, no offense, but if you're a single individual, like, do you really need to impress your friends with a $2,500 a month apartment that has 2 bedrooms and you're just one single person just so you could be fancy? Or a $3,000 studio apartment that impresses your friends when they come over, or looks good in your background when you're making videos. Like, no offense, but it's not, in most cases, a necessity. It's just not. So if I can get an apartment or a room for $650, $750 a month, and I'm making $17 a month, and my phone bill's like $100 a month, I mean, my God, I'm taking home most of that. It's just insane the amount of money that can be made around here if you choose to live frugal. It's just the true the true socio-economical epidemic that is rampant in Los Angeles, especially, is the what do you call it? Is lifestyle, is a demand on this luxurious lifestyle that is most definitely not a requirement to get yourself settled in this area. Why? Why do you need an $800 backpack when you can't pay rent? And how and why are you buying an $800 backpack, not paying your rent, and then saying it's the government's fault that you got evicted? Common sense has gone out the window. I could rant about this all day. I really could. I won't. But God, I could. One second, there's something in my sock. I don't know how I got my sock, but it did. Okay. Are you going to make it home by the night? I want to turn into a pumpkin. Okay, let me just protect this person. There we go. Are we ready? Got it. Okay. There we go. Now they're safe. Okay. Yeah, but I actually am going to head out. I have a little bit of a walk, but I want to wind down. It was good talking with y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to follow on TikTok. Like I said, once we reach 1,000 on TikTok, TikTok is where I will be live streaming pretty much all the time. I say go follow me there if you could. If you follow me here and you're seeing this, please, for the love of God, go get me on TikTok. And I will see you there. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follows.